you've read your little flyer, you've had that through, which is why you've come here. So we're going to have a look at 3 common injuries that we can find at the elbow. These are injuries that we see a fair amount here, and injuries that we deal with on a daily basis. So what we're going to do is give you a couple of ideas and suggestions which you can try at home, which might help to alleviate the pain. Okay, so our first injury that we're going to look at is tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. Now, tennis elbow and golfer's elbow are the common names given to the process of the tendons and the attachment of the tendons at the elbow which control the wrist and hand. Okay, so what you might find with tennis and golfer's elbow is that you have pain around the bony part of the elbow, whether that's on the outside or the inside defines whether it's tennis or golfers. Okay, so Emma here is going to be my client for today, and what we're going to do, we're going to presume that Emma has got a little bit of tennis elbow. Now, a really easy way in which you can identify whether it is tennis or golfer's elbow, one or the other, is a very simple little test. So what I'm going to get Emma to do is bring her elbow into her side with her arm bent and turn the hand to face the floor. Now all I'm going to ask her to do is keep this nice and still and push her middle finger only up into my hand. Now if that recreates any of the pain around the elbow, we can be sure, 99% sure, that it's going to be tennis elbow. If we flip Emma's hand over and we pull the middle finger upwards, we can be 99% sure that if that is recreating pain, it's going to be golfer's elbow. Now, you might find that pulling upwards brings pain on the outside, okay? If it's pain on the outside, you're looking at tennis elbow. If it's pain on the inside, you're looking at golfer's elbow, okay? So, a couple of ways in which we can help to alleviate this and make it a little bit better. Number 1, a couple of stretches. So what I'm going to ask Emma to do is bring one arm straight out ahead of her. I'm going to ask her to flex her hand, and then I'm going to ask her to bring her other hand and put a little bit of added pressure onto that movement. So she's pulling that hand up towards the forearm, okay? With the elbow locked dead straight. That should bring a stretch all the way up here. And if you've got any problem around the elbow, that should feel the stretch in there. Now you're going to hold that for a good minute to a minute and a half. Okay? Now, if we want to stretch the other way, we're going to just flip the hand over, palm to ceiling, pull the fingers towards the forearm the other way, and put a little bit of over pressure on there. And that should bring that stretch up all the way through onto the other side. Again, you're going to hold that for about a minute to a minute and a half. Okay? So, as you read on the flyer, ice is going to be beneficial for any kind of tendon symptoms or any kind of tendon injury. So, get some ice on there as much as you can. Also, tendons don't like rest. They don't like complete rest. They will stiffen up. So generally you'll find that it gets a bit stiffer in the mornings, and then as you use it, it loosens up a little bit. So, when we talk about rest, we're talking about relative rest. So we need to rest it in order for it to settle. So I want you to try and rest it enough to let it settle down, but you need to keep fluid movement in and around the joint, okay? So no heavy lifting, but fluid movement in and around the joint. One more really important thing to note about tennis and golfer's elbow. As I mentioned a bit earlier, it comes from the wrist, okay? So wrist movements aggravate the muscles, which aggravate the tendons, which pull on the attachment points, okay? So whenever you have any symptoms around tennis or golfer's elbow, think about your wrists. You want to keep everything in neutral, dead flat, okay? So no movement patterns like this and no movement patterns like this. A big thing that people generally say is pouring a kettle. That lifting and rotating movement will bring it on, okay? So just be wary of that. One other thing is grip. So try and release your grip as much as you can. If you're gripping too tight, the muscles get aggravated, which again brings on those symptoms of that tennis and golfer's elbow. Perfect. So the next thing we're going to talk about at the elbow is olecranon bursitis. Now, this can take on two forms. So what you might notice is a big bulging end of your elbow, okay? It will be a big bit of swelling. Sometimes it can come with pain and sometimes it doesn't, all right? So when you have this, it's really important to understand and to find out whether it's infected or whether it's not, okay? And the only way of finding out is getting yourself to a doctor and getting some blood tests. If it is infected, it needs to be treated for infection first. And with any bursitis around the elbow, because it will be so swollen and so big, you've got two options. Either relative rest, so rest it enough for it to settle, get some ice on it, or you can have it drained. But I will follow your doctor's advice on that. Perfect. One more thing to note about bursitis at the elbow, avoid any painful movements, okay? So only do pain-free range of movement. The final injury that we want to speak about around the elbow is a biceps tendinopathy. Now, we've spoken about tendons already. We know that tendons don't like too much rest. They get very stiff at rest. They like gentle movement, okay? We are still talking relative rest, okay? So no movement pattern that recreates your pain. Okay, so with a biceps tendinopathy, there are a couple of things that you can do. Number one is stretch it out, okay? So a similar stretch to what we had with our golfer's elbow. Emma's going to take her arm out in front of her. She's going to pull her fingers towards her forearm, and then she's going to put a little bit of overpressure on there. Now, that might only just reach the forearm. So, what we can do is come on over this way, and we can get Emma to pop her hand on the wall and do a similar stretch. So we're still looking at that good extension at the wrist and then pulling away with the elbow locking out straight. Now we can play around with that position. Emma can move her hand down a little bit because at the moment, as you can see, that was getting her chest a little bit too much. So if she moves her hand down even further, locks the elbow straight and pulls away from the wall, that should move it down through to the bicep a little bit more, okay? So you can play around with that position a little bit and just try and target where it hurts, okay? One other thing that we can do, or a nice simple thing that you can try at home, is a little bit of strength work. Now, the tendons attach muscle to bone, so the muscles need to be strong in order for the tendons to relax on, okay? Nice and simple way of doing it. So what I'm going to get Emma to do is take a very, very light weight, alright? Whatever you can manage. If you don't have any weights at home, pick up a can of beans, alright? I'm sure you've got a pack of those in the cupboard. So, into one hand, and then all Emma's going to do here is keep her elbow locked into her side. She's going to turn her palm forwards, and she's just going to curl that weight up to her shoulder. Lovely. Hand back down again nice and slowly. She's going to go for 10 to 12 reps of that. I want her to take this super, super slow, okay? So when it comes to strengthening after injury or rehabbing at the end of an injury, it's important to break down the parts of the movement, okay? So we have different types of contractions. What we want to do is target all of them at the moment. So we're going to take the whole thing really, really slowly and really, really controlled. Okay? Perfect. Lovely. 10 to 12 reps of those is plenty. Fabulous. So that is all of our information about the elbow. Now obviously that's a really restricted list of injuries. That is not the be all and end all. It's not everything that can happen at the elbow, but it gives you a few ideas. Okay? If you're struggling,